William Morrow and HarperAudio present Ashes in the Wind by Kathleen Woodiwiss, performed by Ashford Mcnab. Part 1. Lament. Oh, my home, my land of sunshine, of loving folk and gently passing days. You are gone, gone beneath the booted heel of war, the million-legged worm that crawls mindlessly across my land and leaves behind a tangled waste of broken lives and lifeless bodies. You have left me, alone, forlorn, a toss like a leaf upon the flood. Wherever I would set my feet and rest, I find despair. You have rent the very fabric of my soul with your going. You have fled my grasp, and everywhere I turn I find the hated smell of war, that acrid scent of ashes, ashes, ashes in the wind. Chapter 1. September 23rd, 1863. New Orleans. The wide, muddy river lapped with deceptive laziness at the foot of the levee, while a heavily laden riverboat ponderously picked a path through a bevy of Union warships. 200 yards away, the main body of the fleet lay anchored midstream, apart from the city and its sometimes hostile inhabitants. Squat, ugly gunboats with decks nearly awash wallowed like swine amid their more graceful sisters of the open sea, the tall-masted, slim-hipped frigates. Several of each type stood with steam up and cleared for action should the occasion warrant it. A brownish haze hung over the city, and the humid air pressed the sweltering heat down upon the detachment of blue-clad soldiers waiting on the dock for the arrival of the side-wheeler. Its once bright trim of red and green, now faded and chipped. The steamboat resembled some lumbering beast grown grey with age as it threshed toward them with towering black horns, spouting smoke and flame. It wallowed ever closer, until it cautiously nudged against the low quay where the Mississippi touched the port city. Great hawsers snaked out like giant feelers, and pulleys and blocks creaked above the shouts of labourers as the vessel shouldered closer against the jetty. In the last moments of their journey, the passengers had gathered belongings and pressed forward in anticipation of their landing. Each one seemed to have a specific end in mind and was working toward it with diligence, though it was impossible to perceive any definite goal in the churning crush of people. These were the eager to be rich, the scavengers, the harlots, the rogues of society, descending upon New Orleans to squeeze what wealth they could from her impoverished citizenry, and as much as they might from the Yankee invaders. When the gangway formed a bridge to land, they moved as one body to leave the vessel, rudely jostling and elbowing each other aside in their haste until they found their progress halted by a rank of Union soldiers who held them at bay. A second rank formed immediately behind the first, then the two lines of soldiers stepped apart, opening a corridor from the cargo deck to the gangplank. The first angry murmur changed to caustic jeers and catcalls as a single file of thin, ragged, unwashed Confederate soldiers began to pass through the aisle, shuffling along in unison, the only pace their fetters and chains would permit. Halfway down the once elegant staircase from the promenade deck, a slender lad stood where he had been stopped with the rest of the passengers. Beneath a battered slouch hat pulled...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?